Hey, what's up YouTube? You already know it's All City Live TV and thank you for tuning in. Today we're going to be talking about the Offball Pest badge and the Slippery Offball badge. Are you guys not using these badges yet? You haven't learned how effective these badges are for your player? Offball Pest is one of my favorite badges. It's been one of my favorite badges since I've discovered how effective it was at allowing me to stay close to my opponent off ball when I'm playing defense. All too often I was out there and I was swerving off ball. One of my biggest concerns was staying close to my opponent, and they would get open without any trouble against my two-way slashing playmaker way back when. But I started equipping the Offball Pest badge and I've noticed that I had more control when trying to stay close to my opponent off ball. And that helps you because it prevents backdoor cuts. If you're not familiar with Offball Pest, it helps to prevent backdoor cuts. It's like a brick wall. Imagine like you're setting a screen without even setting a screen when you have the Offball Pest badge equipped, and you won't notice the full effects until you come across somebody who's using the Slippery Offball badge. And the gameplay that I got here is from our live stream yesterday. If you guys are not familiar with our live stream, we live stream every single day on 5 different platforms simultaneously. That's Facebook, Mixer, Twitch, D-Live, and we also live stream right here on YouTube. So if you guys got questions about badges, builds, or anything that's going on with 2K, come on out. We would love to have you. So this gameplay is like a good reference to Slippery Offball. I'm pretty sure that the guy in the green that we were playing against had the Slippery Offball badge, but I also had the Offball Pest badge equipped, so that allowed me to stay closer to my opponent. I'm gonna hit play here so you guys can see this in the background. Hopefully my webcam is not gonna cover up every single play, but while we talk about Slippery Offball and the great effects that Slippery Offball has, I also want to mention how effective the Offball Pest badge is. It's one of my favorite badges in the game. I haven't given Slippery Offball enough of a chance. Like, I don't got a ton of experience playing with the badge, but I do have a great deal of experience playing against the badge, which I think is way more important right now. So I could tell you my experience as a defender going up against Slippery Offball, because like I said, all too often it seems like these guys are like, you could tell they're not players with a high amount of speed. Like the guy in the green here, you could tell he's not a player with a super high amount of speed, but when he starts working the Slippery Offball animations, man, it is hard to keep up for almost any defender. And if you guys are not familiar with Slippery Offball and the Offball animations, you should try and activate rather. You want to kind of use your right analog stick as you're moving left to right. You can circle or half spin your right analog stick and you'll get these animations that allow you a speed boost off ball. And this is something that you want to familiarize yourself with. If you guys don't know, you could actually get ankles off ball. You could use your right stick and activate these animations that'll give you these speed boost animations. So for you slower players especially, you might want to consider using these animations. I activate them every so often here and there, but I don't have Slippery Offball equipped on my player right now. I'm still working on getting my badges up, but I imagine with Slippery Offball, you get the opportunity. If you guys are, first of all, if you guys are goated out there with Slippery Offball, please leave a comment in the comment section below, because we would love to hear from you. How do you use the Slippery Offball badge? I feel like it's a great badge to have equipped. I want to say that when you activating these Slippery Offball animations, you create a ton of space for yourself from the defender to either take a shot or take a backdoor cut. Now the only counter to the Slippery Offball badge, and mind you, there's a shooting badge, yeah. The only counter to this badge is Offball Pest. Having a good amount of defensive badges will definitely help, and an increased amount of defensive attributes will help you as well. But when you have somebody activating that Slippery Offball, it's hard for any defender to stay close to their opponent, and they get these speed boost animations that allow them space to either shoot or take a backdoor cut. And if you don't have Offball Pest, man, you're gonna be hurting out there. You guys are gonna see, hopefully you can see in the gameplay how the dude in the green works the off ball. Let's see if he gives it up. I think he's trying to take that shot there. We were playing extra aggressive. These guys actually beat us the game prior. We spun the block. Respect to them. They were somewhat of a goofball like type of players. They were talking a whole lot of mess, and we came back and sort of locked it down. But as you can see, the dude in the green, I'm not sure if my webcam is getting in the way there, but the dude in the green pretty much gets open off ball, and that was their game plan, to get open off ball using his slippery off ball badge. Now I can't say 100% sure that that's exactly what it was, but as you played as many games as I played, over 4,000 games, you tend to learn what badges people have equipped, and this player looked like he has slippery off ball equipped at a high level. I could very well be mistaken, but I highly doubt that's the case, especially when you start seeing his animations and how he's triggering these particular animations. But again, Offball Pest is the answer to slippery off-ball. Offball Pest is the answer to a lot of your defensive issues out there. If you have trouble swerving, if you feel like you have a high amount of latency, Offball Pest combined with lightning reflexes, in my opinion, accompanied by a ton of other defensive badges, will help keep you close to your opponent, on ball and off ball. These are things to consider. Off ball pest, people have said, now in the description it says you get fewer ankles broken, something along those lines. And I want to say I've attempted to try this badge with a good playmaker and kind of playing defense on ball to see if I got fewer ankles, and it seems that with this badge equipped, you do get your ankles broken less on ball. Although I know it says that it's off ball pest and there's supposed to be off ball like effects for equipping this badge, it seems that there seems to be some on ball effects as well. And I know it's supposed to counter the off ball, like slippery off ball ankle breaker animations, but it seems like it helps on ball. I just kind of want to throw that out there to you guys to say, listen, I feel like a better defender. It's rare that you see me get my ankles broken out there, very rare, and that's because I have the Offball Pest badge equipped. So in my opinion, after patch 12 especially, man, Offball Pest is goated. Slippery Offball is goated as well for helping you get into the paint and grab rebounds around people trying to box you out. Slippery Offball has so many passive qualities to it that people don't really mention, but these are some of the things that I've noticed. If you find yourself as a rebounder, I have a paint beast, as a rebounder, you find yourself like not going into the box animation, that's slippery off ball for people out there who have it. They able to kind of wiggle their way in, and it's not just the worm badge. It's not, we're not speaking about worm, we're not speaking about rebounding badges. We understand, I've played enough games to know that when I hit that box button, he should body up and, you know, try and box out the person that's closest to him. But slippery off ball seems to give you this effect where he doesn't even recognize your player won't even recognize the person that's around him and won't attempt to box out the person that's around him. This is where slippery off ball also has these passive qualities that you guys may want to consider. I hope you guys found this video helpful and informative, and if you did, please consider subscribing to our channel, as we're gonna have a ton of NBA 2K20 content coming your way. I'll catch you guys on the next video.